Flip was the big earthquake. Hello Taylor with your Armageddon report off the west coast of northern Sumatra. Got hit with an 8.6. Plus they've had, I believe, at least one aftershock in the 8 range. Oh, and to go do a little bit of tangent, aftershock is, well, if it's lower. So if there ends up being a larger earthquake or stronger or whatnot earthquake later, this would have been the foreshock. And that later earthquake would have been the main shock instead of an aftershock. But anyway, the good news is, apparently no serious damage, no fatalities, no casualties. So wow, for something as strong as that. Apparently there was a tsunami, but it was, I guess, tiny enough that it didn't do any damage, and I believe all of the tsunami watches at this point have been cleared. So here is where it struck. I believe it's supposed to be similar to the area where the 2004 earthquake that caused so much devastation, where it struck. And amazingly, for an 8.6? 8.6, its max CDI, so that's the human feels like type factor based on reports, was only a 7. So that's good again. So that would be very strong shaking, moderate damage, but apparently, I guess, no serious damage, at least according to the reports I've read. So, severe weather. Here's what's going on right now. There's a mesoscale discussion in effect. They're saying watch possible. Eastern New Mexico and the Colorado Front Range, apparently. So there's Texas, Oklahoma. How about that? So if we look at today's map in general, this is an area that is in the slight risk today. So this area may be getting a watch soon. Watch possible. There's what? Watch unlikely, watch possible, and watch likely. So it's the middle of the range rating or whatnot. Here is the specific probability that severe wind will strike someplace, so there's a slight risk in the yellow, and some reason, Potato State and Montana might get them. See, they're not indicated up there at all. But anyway, on the wind map, 5% chance, wow, or something. And look at that, that looks like, yeah, it basically is the same map. Wind and hail today are basically the same exact map. I have a tornado map often. It seldom ever is the same as the wind and hail map. Here is where the 5% chances. So what do we got? Colorado, Oklahoma, and Texas, it looks like. Maybe a smidge in New Mexico, not sure. Anyway, that's where the 5% is, and then a 2% around it. So what do the numbers mean? If you're not familiar, that means, like, let's just take the 2% area today. We'll say any place in the 2% area. That means you just pick a point, and that means there's a 2% chance at that point, or someone within a 25-mile radius of that point will see a tornado. So both the low and a high number, depending on how you like your odds. I don't know. Tomorrow, it moves a little bit east. Yeah, moves east or something. Which tab am I on? There we go. Was that Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas is in a slight risk, and again significant weather thing. And I think all of the significant stuff was all hail if I've read all of them. But we'll see. We'll find out what the significant risk is when tomorrow becomes today, as it happens. So anyway, this map is indicating there's as high as a 30% chance, and basically it looks like all of the 30% and all of the 15% are where there's the possibility that there will be some sort of significant severe weather event, not a went. Anyhow, so if it were hail, that'd be 2 inches large as opposed to 1 inch larger. If it were winds, I believe it's 75 miles per hour greater instead of just 58 miles per hour greater. And if it's a tornado, it would be EF2 or greater as opposed to just a tornado at all. So day 3 is a slight risk. It moves a little bit more eastward again. So Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Here's again we have the significant thing, and again I think it's for significant hail possibilities. So the black hashed area is where presumably the significant hail is possible. And then day 4 through 8 we've still got a medium range, whatever, I think they call it the medium range models or something, are saying, hey, that's where stuff is going to happen, I guess, on the 14th. Or might. Probability-wise. I have no idea. So yeah, that's what's happening today, is this area is under the slight risk gun, which doesn't make it sound very Armageddon-worthy at all. But anyway, you should totally pay attention every day, all the time, whatever. WikiWix, WICKED, WX.com, weather.gov, Storm Prediction Center, or wherever you get your weather news, because, you got to get it from somewhere. Even if it's like, if you know enough, I don't know, you could probably just go ahead and look outside and find out if there's some altocumulus or whatever the foreboding clouds are. Obviously, I need to look that up, don't I? Anyway, enjoy your day.